laughing because losses could happen to anybody. But man, it's just a different vibe when the Cowboys lost for not just Niner fans, but like everybody on Twitter is hyped. Everybody like comes together in the NFL circles when they see the Cowboys lose. That's all I got to say. But how about them Cowboys, huh? Shout out to the Green Bay Packers, the number 7 seed. They have defeated the Dallas Cowboys today. It wasn't even close. Like Dallas made a little bit of a little comeback to make it easy, but Packers had rested their starters. It was kind of like garbage time. The Packers just dominated the Cowboys. Like, oh my God. Micah Parsons, laugh now, cry later. It's coming back to bite them in the butt. But, I mean, the Green Bay Packers absolutely destroyed them. And with that, that tells me that this is going to be a team that you can't take lightly. They jumped up to a 27 to nothing lead. Like, they jumped on Dallas. They came in. They absolutely took every ounce of momentum that the Dallas Cowboys had. They took every momentum. They shut down that stadium. They made it quiet. The fans were getting shook. It was a crazy just like beatdown from the Green Bay Packers. And I got to tell you, man, they're an underrated team. Chip on their shoulder. They got nothing to lose, everything to gain. This team was just happy to make it to the playoffs. Nobody thought they were going to be making the playoffs. You know, they had like 2 or 3 wins at one point, and they were a losing team. And people were like, "Oh, it's a rebuilding year." You know, Jordan Love, you got to get him more weapons. He's not going to be a good quarterback this year. It's just a good to get him some reps, just a good to get him some experience. And he took off. In the second half of the season, he was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. He was putting MVP numbers. Like, let's be honest. He's putting up the same numbers that Dak was, and everybody was going crazy on Dak, right? Remember, everybody was saying Dak MVP, Dak MVP. Jordan Love was putting up the same numbers, so we cannot take him lightly. They have a very young team. Luke Musgrave, Romeo Dobbs, man, came to play. Christian Watson didn't even have to do anything. They got a great team, young team that's just, filled with some veterans. Aaron Jones, a good running back. You got Rashawn Gary on defense, Jair Alexander, although we'll see his status coming into next week. But this team is hungry. Again, nothing to lose, man. Nothing to lose, everything to gain, man. I'm hyped up for this matchup because I'd love to see Green Bay and 49ers play. Like, this is one of the rivalries that I've always watched through the years that I'm like, man, this always good games. And I remember, when I was younger, they used to kick our teeth in, and I hated it. And then it was great to see Steve Young get the monkey off his back. I remember that, the catch two, Young to Terrell Owens was amazing. Oh, my God. A monumental game. And I just remember, like, freaking out because Terrell Owens was having the most lousy game of his career. And he had the one catch he needed, and that was the one catch that mattered. So it was a great playoff game. And back in those days, again, that was so amazing because the Packers used to just own the Niners. And then it came to the 49ers owning the Packers, right? Colin Kaepernick shredding the Green Bay Packers, running on them. And then they went back and forth. Aaron Rodgers, he got some good games. And, in Levi's a couple years back, they gave him like 30 seconds, drove down the field. They won the game. It was a regular season game. But in the playoffs, the 49ers have cooked them recently. I remember in the divisional championship game or divisional playoff game a couple years back, right? Talanoa Hufanga scored touchdown, a defensive battle in the frozen grounds of Lambeau Field. Like, there's been so much history. I'm happy to see this matchup because these two teams are both historical franchises, and it's going to be a fun one, man. And it also means Dallas lost, and we all love to see Dallas lose. But, man, what a game, huh? Green Bay, again, they're playing with nothing to lose. This is a dangerous team. When you come in hot, when you're playing good, when you're playing, like, just motivated and you're hungry, you're going to be a dangerous team in the playoff. The 49ers haven't played in a little bit. You do have to be a little worried about Green Bay. You do have to be worried about their momentum. You do have to be worried about how good Jordan Love is playing. They're playing with confidence. So, again, a team that you really, really have to sit there and not take lightly. I know they're the 7th seed, but the playoffs are a different monster. The playoffs are anybody can win. It's 0-0. Look at yesterday. The Texans came out, and they just dog-walked the Cleveland Browns. Everybody was saying, Cleveland Browns, they're the number 1 defense. They're the best defense. There's no way C.J. Stroud can come out and do what he needs to do. And C.J. Stroud had a huge performance against that vaunted Cleveland defense. So any given Sunday, you never know. You never know. Again, going to be a great team. I think right now, early on, I know the odds are just getting set. the 49ers are a 10-point favorite in some opening odds against the Packers. It's still early, so we'll see how the odds kind of change. But right now, the Niners, #1 seed, 10-point favorite. I don't know, man. I'm a little nervous going into this game. Not going to lie to you. Again, Green Bay, very, very, very good team right now. They're coming in extremely hot. And Jordan Love, man, you can't talk about him enough. He just came out, and he's a good young quarterback. And this, it is crazy. Playoff football is different, right? It's very different. The best of the best win. And this is why winning a Super Bowl is, it's not easy. It's not easy. You got to be the best. You got to be focused. So much going on. Coaches are getting poached. Front office members are getting poached. But you got to stay focused and be ready and be healthy and go out there and play your best. So, again, this is going to be one of those games where just because the seed of the Packers doesn't mean they're not a good team. So cannot take any opponent lightly, man. We are focused. Don't worry. Yeah, I agree, Deb. I'm sure they're focused. But you watch a game like this today. You watch a game like this and you're like, oh, man, Green Bay opening some eyes. But I did say going into this playoff run, like I feel like the Green Bay Packers are very underrated. They're a team that, again, nothing to lose, and they have everything to gain out of this. So, it's going to be a heck of a matchup. 49er Goldmine says, is Jake coming to San Francisco to watch a game with you? We'll talk about him. We're going to talk to him Tuesday. But I'm happy for my boy Jake. If you guys follow me on Instagram, every Tuesday we go live with Uncovered NFL. Jake, he runs that page, big sports page. And we talk about things. He's a Packers fan. So we were talking about this game last week. And I said, man, I really hope your Green Bay Packers can win. But I couldn't pull the trigger on taking Green Bay. I thought Dallas was going to be too good at home, right? They had won 16 straight at home. Oh, my God. And, man, oh, man, they let the Cowboys nation down again, which I love. And, the thing is, Dak Prescott is a chump. I'll say that. I don't like to use the word chump. He's overrated. We'll use the word overrated. Dak Prescott is the guy that he gets so much media hype. He gets so much attention, and he put up good stats. He had some games, but he didn't really play great or elite against some of the best teams. The Niners, they ate him alive, and Dak Prescott, every single year in the playoffs, he falls apart. Like, the Cowboys just have a curse. We talk about the Niners falling apart. Yes, it's true, but so do the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys fall apart like crazy, and this was a scheduled collapse. If you're the Dallas Cowboys, if you're a fan of the Cowboys, you got to be sick to your stomach. You got to be absolutely sick to your stomach. Like, can you imagine going in and just go every single year? It's the same thing. Regular season, so good. Regular season champions, and you fall flat on your face. It's got to be sick. Because as a Niner fan, it happens to us many times, and it's sickening. But the Cowboys, it's even funnier to see them. Mike McCarthy, their head coach, his days might be numbered. A lot of people are roasting him on Twitter. It's wild right now. And I think Mike McCarthy days might be numbered. There's a lot of rumors going on. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's take a look at some of the questions. But anyways, how are you guys doing? I've been running my mouth here, talking. I'm hyped up, excited for this matchup. 49ers, Packers next week, Levi Stadium. We're still waiting to find out when the game is actually going to be played. They're saying Saturday or Sunday, obviously. But, definitely going to have 49ers are going to have their work cut out for them, because Green Bay, definitely you can't take anybody lightly. And this is going to be a fun one. It's going to be a fun one. Let's take a look at your comments. I hope you guys are doing good. Make sure you hit that like button. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Everybody, coming in, enjoying the content. Everybody subscribing to the channel. Appreciate all the new followers. Appreciate all the old followers. Definitely been a good season, man. S. Bajwa says, honestly, we can't take anybody lightly. We got to do our best and show our faithful, not take any chances. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely going to be a game where you cannot take anything lightly. You cannot take anything for granted. You can't sit here and say, oh, because they're the 7th seed, they're going to get, dominated. There's no way. You can't sit here and say that. I was saying that last week when I said I want Green Bay to win. I remember we talked about this. I said, you guys asked, who do you want the 49ers to play? I said, I want the Green Bay Packers, because I would love to see this matchup. But it's not because it would be an easy matchup. I'm telling you, this is going to be a hard matchup. Any playoff game is going to be a tough matchup. But I really, genuinely would love to see a Green Bay 49ers matchup, because they're always really good games, So Teresa says, you and Jake need to make a new bet. Yeah, we might need to. We might have to run it back. We might have to make a second bet. We'll see. We're going to talk to Jake. We'll see if I can get that Brock Purdy jersey this time. My man, Depressed Niners fan says, are you nervous about us being rusty? So that is a good question. At first, I wasn't too worried. The 49ers haven't played, in a while. I know they've been practicing, but it does beg, to ask the question, are you concerned about 49ers getting rusty? In a sense, yeah, maybe a little bit because the Green Bay Packers are playing such good football. They're on a run right now. They're hot. And when a team is playing hot, they can carry that momentum. And we saw them today. They walked into AT&T Stadium and they shut it down and they made that stadium quiet. That's not easy to do, if you're a defending team in the playoffs. But Green Bay fans do travel well. I know they're going to travel very good and very well to Levi Stadium next week. But I hope there's a lot more Niner fans in the stadium and pack it out and make it red. But there definitely is a concern. I'm not going to say I'm nervous that the 49ers are going to be rusty, but there definitely is a concern that the 49ers can be a little rusty. Again, they didn't play a lot of their starters. Brock Purdy, he did say he's not worried about it himself. Like this was the talk a few weeks ago that the 49ers, they're not worried. They know they got to stay focused and everything. But at the same time, in the back of my mind, low key, I'm a little worried. I'm a little bit. So, oh man, but it's gonna be fun, overall in terms of what's gonna happen. So, oh God, it's gonna be a good game. Let us take 1 week at a time, says Rick. It's gonna be a great game, absolutely. Joe says our defensive line definitely has to get pressure on Love. Yeah, if you don't get pressure on any quarterback, they can rip you apart. You give any quarterback time in the pocket, they can rip you apart. But again, Jordan Love, he's playing absolutely phenomenal. And when a quarterback is in the groove like that, it's tough to stop that momentum. So I agree with that. Definitely going to be something to focus on for this game as we get closer and talk about the game and all the dialogue. 49ers definitely have to get pressure on Jordan Love. Nick Bosa has to come out and dominate. Arik Armstead being back is huge, is massively a big reason why I think the 49ers can win this game. Armstead's presence has been missed. They got Hargrave, you got Chase Young, you got Randy Gregory, so many good players on the defensive line, but they have to come out there and do what they got to do. So, again, I agree. Susan says it's hard to imagine the Niners losing, but don't want to jinx anything. It definitely is, but at the same time, any given Sunday, I'm not going to sit here and count my, chickens before they hatch. So you just got to sit back, relax, take it one day at a time, and hope for the best. And again, I believe in this team. I think this team is very strong. This is what we've been praying for, the number 1 seed. So, California man says Arik Armstead should be back against Green Bay. Has Depressed Niner fan wants to know, is Stephen A. Smith posted a new video? I know he posted one earlier. Let's see what Stephen A. I can't wait to watch him tomorrow. What is he did? Did Stephen A. Smith post the video yet? Oh man, this is his newest post on Twitter. Oh man, he's crazy. This is his newest post on Twitter. He's crazy. He's crazy. He's crazy. This was what he had earlier. He was waiting. This was before the game ended. Oh my God. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. Oh man. Good stuff. I'm excited, man. Niners, Packers officially set for next week. A divisional game. This is gonna be a classic. These two teams always have good games, man. It seems like these two teams just definitely find a way to have cinematic masterpieces. Again, I've watched these two teams play each other for many, many years, and these guys have brought some great memories through the years in terms of final outcomes. They've also sent some bad memories against the Packers. The Packers again have had some good moments against us for their memories, but it wasn't good for us. So, oh man, the game is starting, says Aiden. Yeah, we gotta tune into the Lions and Rams game. I'll be on for a few more minutes, take a few more questions. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. 49ers, Packers, NFC division game, man. I'm hyped up. I hope you guys are at the game. I don't know if I'm going to go to the game, but I will. I would like to. I'm still looking and planning everything as the week's going. We still don't know if we're going, but if I go, I'll let you guys know. And if you guys go, let me know. We'll try our best to say what's up to people. So, oh man. Matt says we should be fully healthy. You love it. Actually, that's going to be a huge reason why I feel like the 49ers can win this game, because they are fully healthy. And that's a big reason. Oh, 49ers posted on their page, the official 49ers page has made it official that it's Green Bay and San Francisco. Good stuff. Good stuff. My man Flood says, I'll be there. Need to link up. Definitely, man. That's going to be fun. Ah, God. Green Bay, Niners. I think I might go to this game because it'll be a lot cheaper than going to the NFC Championship game. Although I would love to go to the NFC Championship game, I want to go to the division game. I want to go to the Super Bowl. We'll see. We'll see how things go. I got to hit this parlay tonight. Sleeper. Got to hit my sleeper parlay tonight. And maybe that will buy me my tickets. We're in the middle of 2 sleeper parlays. And again, if you guys don't check out Sleeper, like, check it out. I know I've posted a lot and they sponsored me and we've been doing some sponsored posts, but honestly, they do have a good way to make money. So like Sleeper, they offer you, if you use my code RSF49ers, you get a deposit match. So let's say it's up to 500. You don't have to put 500, but let's say you put $25 and you deposit that money. They'll give you an extra 25. So you actually have $50 to bet. And if you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. But at the same time, you can turn that $20 into $400 or whatever. If you want to bet like an 8-team parlay slip, you can win up to $800, $900. Like I have a 8-team parlay slip tonight, and it might cash for $860 tonight. So we'll see. You guys check it out. Our SF 49ers sleeper fantasy. It's been pretty cool. I've won a couple parlays here and there. So extra money, who doesn't like extra money? I don't, want you to sit there and become a compulsive gambler, but it's fun, when the football season comes around, gives you a little bit more interest in rooting for the game. So, but yeah, hyped up. Niners, Green Bay, officially set. NFC division game. Depressed Niner fences. Even the rap account on Instagram posted the Cowboys elimination. Everybody loves to see the Cowboys downfall. Everybody. Ethan Collins says Flacco sold me from 2K on Sleeper. That's sickening. I didn't put any money on Flacco. Actually, I didn't bet yesterday. I wanted to. I had a parlay set, but I didn't finalize it. I think I would have won. I would have won like $100, which is not much, but I'm a little upset I didn't bet that. But losing 2K, that's sickening. Freaking Flacco. I can't believe, the Texans yesterday, they came through. And again, it just shows you that the league is in good hands. The league is running towards these, new quarterbacks. CJ Stroud, he's great. Jordan Love, Brock Purdy. We got some young blood in the playoffs, man. We got some good old quarterback, some veterans now. I guess Mahomes is the veteran. He's the old quarterback. It's not even that old. You got Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Patrick Mahomes. But then you got the new blood. You got CJ Stroud and Brock Purdy and Jordan Love. And it's fun, man. It's fun to see this. So, again, enjoy the rest of tonight. We'll be live later. If any other news comes out, we'll be posting it. 49ers, Packers, the NFC division game. We're still waiting on when the game is going to be announced. As soon as it's announced on what day it's to be played, we'll post the news. You guys have a good rest of your day, man. I'm hyped up. Niners, we finally found out who we play. I'm glad that we found out now instead of waiting and being stressed out. Now we can kind of rest a little bit easier knowing our opponent. And I think the team, now they can prepare a little bit more, prepare sooner. That's good news for the 49ers, the team, because now they can start running film and getting their mindset instead of having to wait till tomorrow. I mean, I'm sure they've been preparing for every single team. I'm sure they've been looking at film, but now they can fine tune it and really start digesting their game plan. Before you had 4 different teams. You're like, okay, we got to look at this. Now it's a little bit more fine tuned, and they'll know exactly what they need to do. But good stuff. You guys have a good rest of your night. Make sure you hit that like button. We'll be back live a little later. I love you guys. Go Niners. NFC division matchup next week. We got this. Believe it. Niners coming for blood. I can't wait.